be reacting to Requiem of the Rose King episode 2. I'll be watching it off of Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Bunda visual. And not Funimation's logo. Alright, now it is here. Hell yeah. As for the narrator, does a great job of just setting the mood for the series with a lot of seriousness and gravitas. Because seriously, our boy's father has the voice that would fit as like the ultimate narrator of a series. The thing is, even though our boy's physically capable, he probably isn't emotionally ready yet. Going off of what's been shown off of Richard so far. Bullshit, she does not feel that way. Uh-huh, sure. But who knows, this may actually be good for Richard in the long run. That's my guess. But at least now we know why Richard wasn't taken with him by his father, though. I knew there was something going on. What a bitch! Whoa! If anyone's filthy, it's this lady. She's got a filthy ass fucking shawl. Her only penance that she would have is for her to stop being such a stuck-up bitch. That's what would be her penance, if you ask me. Gotta admit, though, the opening here is stylistic. I love the unique usage of colors here. Hello, Oppo. Hope you're having a great day right now. Oh, what else is significant behind that metallic-looking hand there? Unless it might imply that Richard might potentially lose a body part. I mean, it has happened to some anime characters in the past where you have main characters lose a hand or an arm, but they get a metallic replacement. Or it could just be armor too, for all I know. I gotta know, even though the animation in this opening ain't that great, you can definitely tell JC's staff is understaffed. The singer has a damn amazing voice. So you can tell, even though there's not a lot to work with, this opening that's lacking in like visual fidelity is lit by a grandiose voice. I have to listen to the whole version of this whenever it comes out. Okay. This is definitely going to be in my top 3 anime openings of the season. It's up there with Ranking of Kings' opening, too. Wow. You can definitely tell this man, he put us all into singing this opening. My goodness. And saying that JC stuff, they really could have done better with the visuals for the opening, though. But that's what happens when they work on 5 anime, though. They're working on Realist, Hero Isekai, this anime, Orient, Mega Dream Mix, that Kyo series. That's like 5 anime. Or it could be a trap, too. Yeah, I hope he's a second. I had a feeling it was going to be true. Whoa! That's one way it might be a blessing that Richard didn't go with his pops, because he might have been killed with all those streaks of arrows. That doesn't seem bullshit. Yeah, exactly. There's gotta be prisoners there that might potentially put our boy in danger. Well, I like his mindset here. And that's why I had a feeling that when he said those words in the first episode, it's going to eventually lead to his death, unfortunately. Jay-Z Steph, did you run out of money animating Orient episode 2? Because I know your money didn't go to Milk Dream Mix or Kyo or Realist Hero Isekai. Did your money really just fucking run out? Holy shit. Again, the script here is good. But in this series... Damn! Aww. I kind of wish, though, there's... Oh, that's fucking cute. Oh, so that explains why he has so much love for his father. Well, aside from his father being the only one that looks at her boy as like an actual human being and not some kind of monstrosity. But that'd be giving him exactly what he wants. She wouldn't do that. Had a feeling. What an absolute bitch. I really hope our boy Richard can get revenge on this lady. That would be absolutely beautiful if he can pull it off. Oh! I gotta admit though, you can tell even though the series doesn't have a budget, the director working on this is utilizing unique colors, uniform colors to try to make up for the fact that JC's staff has no budget. So I gotta give my respects to the director in this series. Had this series been done by a lesser director, this series will not be good despite the good script. So my respects. You have to deal with like one of the worst and poorest animation studios in Japan, yet he's still pulling off. And yes, JC Staff is a poor animation studio, and y'all can't tell me otherwise. I've been watching all the non-sequel, non-spin-offs for 2 years. JC Staff anime are usually full of bullshit when it comes to visuals. What the? Yo, this woman's cruelty knows no bounds. It makes me wonder if she's even human. Because how can it be a lady that's evil? Yo, you can even tell she's bad when, yeah, some of her subordinates have like a what the fuck face. That's how you know she's truly, truly bad. Oh man, I really hope Richard can put her head on a fucking plank. Fuck this bitch. Wow, I've rarely seen anime introduce a character and make them so hateable in a small amount of time. Where I literally want to see their fall. But damn, this series pulled it off amazingly well. Holy shit. What cruelty right there. And that makes it feel even more bad for Richard's father because, I wonder what's the blushing there. I mean, considering he's been stuck there. Oh! And Shami didn't tell him exactly what happened to his father, though. And a shame because the only person that really loved him is fucking dead. This really makes me feel bad for Richard here. You know, he's got a point. Oh my, so he's feeling an attraction towards him. Yeah, it's also why when I think of Richard, I think of him as a him. And unfortunately, he's going to find out that it's all going to be pointless. Well, not all of it's going to be pointless, but a good deal is going to be pointless when he finds out what actually happened to his father. And plus, I don't think he's going to be able to take on this man running in front of him anyways. I mean, this man looks fully trained. Richard will probably be taken down if he tries to steal the man's horse. That's my guess. I was hoping he wouldn't go for the violent. What happened to the animation quality in this episode? Episode 1 was decent. This one is like, oh damn, never mind. I guess I underestimated Richard. No, but seriously though, what happened to the series? Like episode 1 actually looked good. This episode's been looking atrocious from an animation standpoint. I mean, the artwork still looks good, but holy fuck. It's been nothing but still. I mean, I still like the episode, but it's been nothing like stills. I mean, shit. I guess JC Stuff is overworking the animators to death. Oh my. The thing is, though, he was desperate. When you're desperate, you're not going to think things rationally, unfortunately. And considering the lack of information he has, I'm not going to blame for having the mindset of trying to get to his father as quickly as possible because he still doesn't know what happened to his pops. From his perspective, he thinks his father is still alive. Probably the last person he wanted to see. But hey, who knows? Maybe he can take advantage of Henry's presence. Maybe Henry will have information that he can work with. Fate? Destiny? Good luck, bad luck? I mean, only time will tell here. Why would he come to him, though? Like, I mean, I guess I could see maybe why he'd come to him. Richard doesn't exactly know what to do right now. The thing is, though, there are only so many things you can do by yourself, though. Huh. I mean, I'd venture to guess he has a lot of reasons to go with them. Because if Henry continues staying in the nation that he's in, his movements are going to probably be restricted. Hello, Spiral Matt. Again, this is why I mean the direction's good because this far away shot with the little black silhouettes look really good. It shows you that the director in this episode's actually good. But he or she doesn't have good animation stuff to work with because this is some damn good storyboarding. And even though the animation hasn't been, I like the usage of like different colors whenever a major event happens. It kind of gives the series a nice storybook-like feel. So that's where, again, I have to give credit not to the animators. I mean, I guess maybe some of them in the episode, but to the storyboarders and the directors. Yeah, you know shit's better for the production if you have not just stills, but CGI rendered characters with stills combined. That's never a good sign when it happens in the second episode. Again, though, this does a great job of portraying the urgency in the series and how dire the situation is. Yeah, Richard definitely needs rest, Spiral Matt. The thing is, though, this is life, Spiral Matt. I mean, you're not going to have most cases. You're not going to be able to rest even if you want to, because life don't give a fuck if you're tired. Unfortunately. Yo! It felt like whoever wrote this episode read my mind because I even said life won't give a shit if you rest, and then he's like, "I have no time to rest." I'm like, "Damn!" Our boy couldn't have spoken even truer words. Oh. I love how this one just manipulates other people. Holy cow. The thing is, also, him saying, "Forgive me," they're not going to make up for the fact of what his men did. Damn! What a cold-hearted bitch. But I like this one. Like, when it comes to this series, you got so many characters in a dark place right now. Yeah, the music is pretty dang cool. I like it. Well, it's people, man. It's problem, man. Most people like to blame others for problems. The thing is, though, our boy doesn't have much choice but to walk in a dark forest because He really has no information on where his father's at. He can't rest because if he does, he's going to die potentially. I mean, Richard ain't exactly in a luxurious situation. Lack of knowledge in territory he's not too familiar with. He's pretty much got every single disadvantage against him, unfortunately. I always love how he talks lovingly about his father. Like every single time he talks about his father, it's like in a lovingly context. It makes it sad just knowing the fact that his father assumed that his boy died but before he was killed. Whoa! Well, I think it's a stylistic choice at this rate, Spiral Matt, to make these people look much more savage. Good! Yo, I know this is a little bit unrelated, but I kind of wish in certain H animes you had more characters do ball kicks. I'm just saying. Could have been that Spiral Matt because this series is having production issues, or it could have been a stylistic choice. I think it's more of a stylistic choice, Spiral Matt. Yeah, now they're cutting. Yeah, okay. Now this is pretty bad. Now they're literally cutting like fight scenes now. Yeah, this series. Okay, I gotta admit that was super fucking rushed right there. I'm assuming he's delirious right now because of a lack of nutrient. Oh, he only found his head. That's my guess. With the way they portrayed the shot. All right, y'all. There were things I liked about this episode and things I didn't like. Which makes it tough to rate this episode because, again, for the most part, save for like the last bit of the episode, the script of the episode was actually good. But JC staff, you can definitely tell they're falling apart this episode. And that's the thing. Because this episode was nice up until the last bits. I mean, how can we go from a scene where he escapes from people trying to violate him to then all of a sudden he encounters opposing forces, he defeats them, then he suddenly finds his father's head? I mean, that's just super fucking rushed. It's like fucking bad. Literally, you had an episode that was low paced up until that point. And all the action sequences in this episode were bad. Literally, I didn't even feel like I was watching anime in some places. It felt like I was watching a narrated manga, for fuck's sake. What the fuck? I was really giving this series a benefit of a doubt up until the last few minutes where he was facing those men. Then I was like, yeah, no, fucking no. I mean, he goes from dead tired to now he's like fucking storming this castle with these troops. I mean, for fuck's sake, what the hell? Now, in saying that, here is the thing. The episode wasn't dog shit, but my goodness, it wasn't good. So here's my rating. If I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I'm going to give it a 4.75 out of 10. Because it was rushed at the end, and the visual quality should not be this fucking atrocious. I mean, Stills are lazy enough. But then you've got CGI combined with stills. And then you've got sometimes faces that don't even have drawn eyes or even mouths. Then it gets fucking lazy. So that's really fucking sad because, again, I am liking certain bits of the script of the episode. But JC Staff is bogging this so down, it's hard to enjoy this. It'll be cut, Spiral now. We're talking about JC Staff. The robbers, Spiral Matt, I don't have no fucking clue because the JC Staff animators were so inadept that I don't even think they give a shit about what happened. They probably forgot about what happened to the robbers. And here's another thing. This really makes the episode bad at the end because it's like, yes, we know that he kicks one of the robbers in the balls, but then what happens to the other ones? Do they go after our boy? Do they give up? Oh no, we don't know because JC Staff skipped shit. Bravo, JC Staff. You proved yourselves to be the low. JC Staff, you're the low-cow of the season. You're the fucking low-cow. Making some of the worst anime this season. From a visual standpoint. What? But anyways, let me start out with the positive. There were some interesting developments. Richard's father dying was kind of sad, especially with the way they made him look like the opposing queen made it look like she actually murdered his son. That was an extremely sad scene. I just wish we would have been able to see the emotion on his face because without the emotional looks on his face, it's like it's hard to feel emotion for the situation. And then here's another thing about this episode. Even though it made a lot of plot progression with Richard's pops dying, it was abrupt because it's like, for one, we don't get a feel for how dire the situation is because every fight scene is skipped over or it's covered in stills. And then in this episode, it's like Henry just shows up out of fucking nowhere sometimes. And then one moment, Henry's talking to Richard leaves, and then it feels like almost instantaneously Henry's mother shows up. I'm like, bro, this series feels like it goes from point A to point C without any rhyme and reason. Yeah, they're face problems, Spiral Matt, but it's JC Staff. They fucking suck. Let's just call it how it is. JC Staff sucks, and they can almost do nothing right. We should have known it was going to be like this when we saw JC Staff was doing the anime, Spiral Matt. It's JC Staff. You can't expect them to do anything right. And yeah, that's why I thought, even though there were things about the episode I liked from a narrative standpoint, it was a mess for the most part, narratively. You can't watch this episode and tell me that JC Staff did a good job. And here's another issue I had with the episode, too. Yes, it was interesting to see that when our boy saw the head of his father, you can tell he was in denial at the death of his father. And this episode did a good job of establishing how much Richard's father really loved Richard because the way he looked destroyed when he thought that his son died was actually an emotional scene. So not to say that this episode didn't have any positive elements, but it's just like everything involving Henry feels rushed. I will say this, though. The queen was a majorly evil bitch, and she's an interesting character, which is one of the few positives I can say about this episode. But the thing about this episode is, it was hard to get appreciation for things because it's like you can't even see what the fuck is happening half the time. So even though there were interesting bits, I gotta call it how it is. This episode has a lot of problems. All the action sequences look like shit. And while, yes, some of the directing was interesting because you got nice colorful choices, when you start skipping shit because your animators are inadept about handling anything emotional or action-packed, that's a fucking problem. So yeah, animation was like fucking 3 out of 10 here. Music was one of the few things really good about it, and the voice acting was great. That's true, Spiral Matt. And that's why overall, if I had to rate the episode, I got to rate it below average at a 4.75 out of 10. There's no fucking way I can look at this and say, oh yeah, it's a book. No. This series, it lost me with this episode. I'm still going to react to more episodes. Yeah, this series is a bad start, Sprawlman. I liked episode 1, but this episode was fucking atrocious. Hell, it didn't even give us a scene with the mother and her son leaving. None of that shit. I just skipped through shit thinking about it now. Yeah, this series is starting to become a disaster piece, but it's JC Stuff. JC Stuff is the low count of animation studios. I'll still watch more out of curiosity, but I ain't expecting jack shit at this point, Spiral Matt. I mean, it's JC Stuff. Why the fuck should I expect anything from this fucking awful studio? Yeah, you can definitely tell there were cuts. But anyways, y'all, right before I go, I'll just say thank you very much to Opa and Spiral Matt. Thank you very much for watching my video, and thank you very much everyone else for, yeah, it is sad. And thank everyone else for watching my video. Hope y'all rate it, share it, comment, subscribe, because I'm going to react to hopefully a better anime called Fusto Boys. I'm definitely excited for that one. I hope that one doesn't disappoint me. But anyways, thank you all again for watching my video, and have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. And thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all. Bye-bye.